Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello, friends. Well, if you're surprised that there is a patch a week ahead of schedule, join the club. I thought all of this stuff was rolling out next week, but was told this evening that the patch is tomorrow and got handed the patch notes at the same time. Anyway, my plans have been cancelled, so let's talk about the September patch. To begin, here is a broad overview of what you can expect over the coming month. Abaddon, the War Master of Chaos, is the third character of the Black Legion faction to get a rework. It's pretty decent, and there is also a change to the Let the Galaxy Burn trait that comes with a new hex effect called Despoiled Ground. There are two characters this patch. We get Dreir, the Lord Marshal for the Death Corps of Kreig, who is the sixth character for the Astra Militarum. We also get Adamatar, who is the third character for the Emperor's Children. There is a new machine of war and accompanying incursion this patch, this time for the orc Rukkatrukk. Abaddon also gets a new relic, the Talon of Horus. There is a Halloween survival using the new Space Hulk tile set, which has Barakiel as a protagonist alongside Space Marines against the Tyranids and Genestealer cult's enemies. Speaking of Genestealers, the legendary event this month is for the Patermine. Beyond that, we have the usual stuff around the sides. We have some quests, some tournament arena, home screen events, and Requisition banners. There's also some fairly big changes to arena as well as 4 home screen events that I'll cover here. There is quite a lot in this patch, but in terms of notable absences, there is no new campaign event this month. So there's a lot to discuss, let's work through it. We'll start with Abaddon. The character has seen some stat buffs both to health and armor which make him stronger. Talon, Tacticus Ambassador and friend, has crunched the numbers to help me come up with the radar charts you can see here on screen. Red reflects Abaddon's new stats and blue the old ones. His active, which I'm not going to try to pronounce, now sets Abaddon's health at roughly 65%, assuming ability level and gear are equal. This is an improvement on the 50% from previously. It also lets Abaddon get an extra non-normal attack for the remainder of the battle every time he uses his normal melee attack. Abaddon's passive now provides a range 2 area of effect damage buff that scales upwards depending on how many times he has attacked per battle. It thematically caps out at 13, but even if Abaddon uses his active on turn 1, you will only get to 12 stacks by the 6th and final turn of a boss raid fight. I'll quickly sidestep to his relic, the Talon of Horus. This unique relic that Abaddon gets this patch also deals power damage to enemies adjacent to both the target and Abaddon. These attacks trigger Abaddon's passive and therefore in the correct settings will allow him to maximize his passive buff early. Right, what about the faction trait and hex effect? Let the Galaxy Burn has been reworked slightly. The chance for extra hit reduces from 50 to 33%, but now has a chance to add Despoiled Ground as a new hex effect to the game. This extra hit can only hit the target unit, so there is no more friendly fire. The hex effect causes units that start the turn on it to lose a percentage of their health if they are an enemy, or if they are a chaos unit, they also deal bonus damage to non-chaos enemies. I'll do a separate showcase on Abaddon later, since I'm sure people will wonder if he fits into the Custodes team by virtue of buffing Karn and also having a non-normal attack. The short answer is that he is close to the current team in the flex slot that Mephiston and Ragnar currently occupy. On his own, he is fairly mediocre damage, but he buffs Karn really well. If there was ever a Karn number 2, then Abaddon could become very viable. Anyway, more on him later in a video, hopefully. The Astra Militarum are the next faction to get their 6th character, after the Ultramarines about a year ago. Both are Imperial factions, which I'm sure is just a coincidence rather than favoritism. Dreir unlocks through Battle Pass, but you can also get some shards through a home screen event. If you are here for a 15-second summary, Dreir is a melee character who charges into battle and brings along with him an army of Death Rider horsemen through his active ability. The horsemen, as expected, will do more damage on the charge, and this ability becomes stronger with more fallen allies. His passive is supposed to give him more of a Kreig feel. He regenerates health every turn and has critical hit resilience, so he isn't easily overkilled. The other new character is the new Emperor's Children character, Adamatar. He is a rare unlock through 2-week hero release event, and much like Dreir, I have a separate showcase on him. If you are here for a 15-second summary, Adamatar is a melee character who increases his total hits depending on how many enemies he kills with his active. His passive grants ranged characters bonus damage, making him an excellent core piece for a ranged multi-hit team. As of yet, we don't have enough good ranged damage buffers, so it's difficult to assess his full impact. The orcs get their machine of war this patch, and it is a fun one in the form of the Rukkatrukk. For the Rukkatrukk machine, we use a selection of Imperial characters. The Ultramarines, Black Templar, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, and Custodes are usable factions, and you fight against the orcs. Again, separate showcase video planned, but continuing the 15-second summaries, the Rukkatrukk shoots squigs onto the battlefield that do damage to an enemy and then remain on the battlefield as summons. Its secondary ability marks a bunch of hexes as squig mines, which explode as enemies step onto them. The survival dispatch is with Barakiel and Loyalist Marines against the Genestealers and Tyranids. It runs October 26th to November 1st and gives forecast shards, but the protagonist is, as mentioned, Barakiel. This survival features a new mythic rarity cap and 4 waves of increasingly difficult mythic enemies. I don't think many players will get to see the last wave this time around. There are 2 character quests this patch. Chiron fights with Chaos as allies on October 1st against the Adeptus Sororitas. Carrion fights with Custodes and Space Marine allies on October 22nd against the Black Legion. The legendary release event this month is for the Patermine. It will be the 3rd and last run for this legendary event. Check out my showcase guide if you want some insights and tips for success, although be warned, there are now 4 extra levels on each track, and the crates allow you to get him up to Mythic straight away. There are 8 different Blessed Requisition banners this patch, each one giving you an opportunity to earn different characters. Remember that if you pull a character from Blessed Requisition that is already Blue Star, you instead earn Mythic shards. I have showcased each banner here on screen along with the dates that their events run in case any interest you. There are 4 home screen events this patch. We get the Training Rush from September 24th to 27th, and it seems that again, similar to the event running during the Mythic Celebration, there is a generous XP boost depending on the rarity of the character. We have another one called the New Purge Order from October 5th to 11th, where you gain event points for defeating enemy Tyranids and can earn some Dreir shards and ability badges. Squig Smash runs from October 13 to 18, where squigs appear in several game modes and you get points for killing them and Blessed Requisitions and Salvage from the home screen event. The final one is Against the Tide, where you gain points for each enemy wave you defeat, and it gives a host of rewards that are linked to the survival event. Snowprint have also made some changes to Arena this season, essentially resetting the structure of the game mode. Now all players get 10 tokens at the start of each season, and tokens don't regenerate for the last 8 hours. That means that every player will play every season with the same amount of tokens. Token regeneration time has been extended from 140 to 160 minutes. There's also now a bombardment effect after 8 rounds, like in Tournament Arena, to prevent standstills. This will make completing missions on Arena much harder, so get them done before updating. There are some other things and bug fixes in the notes, and I would encourage you to check out the full patch notes. This was as quick of a summary of the important stuff as I could manage, and this video has gone on for long enough. Thanks as always to my Patreons for their support, and bye for now.